What's up, guys? My name's Brandon, and Apple just officially announced the 2022 Worldwide Developers Conference, which means that we now know exactly when to expect iOS 16 Beta 1. So in this video, we're going to discuss that, along with some recent iOS 16, iPadOS 16, and macOS 13 rumors, why one of the most anticipated Apple products will not be announced at this event, and more. All right, so WW 2022 is going to take place on Monday, June 6th, and run through Friday, June 10th, which are the exact dates that I predicted in my iOS 16 predictions video back in January. And just like the past couple of years, this event is going to be online only. There will not be a live crowd for this one, which for me, I enjoy that because Apple's over-the-top video production and their editing is just so good. But of course, there's always something about that live audience reaction and all the clapping that of course I will miss. So maybe we'll see that in 2023. But I think for this year, online only was the correct move. But anyways, what can we expect to see at this event? And the only thing guaranteed at the Worldwide Developers Conference every year is software. We did not get any new hardware last year or the year before, but I think we could be in for a treat this year, and we might actually be seeing some new hardware. And we'll talk about that in a minute, but let's first talk about the new software. So the new software versions that we can expect to see announced are iOS and iPadOS 16, tvOS 16, watchOS 9, and macOS 13. So we can expect to see the first beta for iOS 16 and the rest of the software after the event on Monday, June 6th. So again, I will be live streaming this event here on YouTube, and I will be running through where to install this and everybody's first impressions of the software, but we can expect to see it after the first day of the Worldwide Developers Conference concludes, which will be on Monday the 6th. Now, as far as what to expect in iOS 16, Apple has kept the lid pretty tight. You know, software never really sees the type of leaks that hardware does, because with hardware, there's a lot of exchanging of hands, there's a lot of different processes, but with software, it's a lot more tight-knit and a lot less people actually having access to it, so it's a lot less likely to leak. And that's been the case this year with iOS 16, at least so far. We really haven't seen very many leaks whatsoever, really just a lot of rumors and speculation. But one of the big rumors that we've seen from multiple different sources now is some type of added functionality to the home screen widgets. So maybe right here with the music widget, maybe we can have like more interactivity with it, maybe like a play pause, maybe like a previous next, some type of playback options on the widget. I would also like to see that for reminders, like being able to quickly check off a reminder from the widget would be nice. So hopefully we do see that in iOS 16. Again, really everything right now is speculation. We do have some actual leaks for iPadOS 16, which we'll talk about here in a moment, but we should see something for the widgets this year. We're also hearing that new icons are coming in iOS 16, but not a whole redesign. So a lot of people want a full-blown redesign, but keep in mind, we really just got that with iOS 14 with widgets on the home screen, the app library, and things like that. That's pretty much a redesign of the home screen. So I would not expect Apple to do another one just a couple years later. So keep that in mind. We should see some minor icon changes, but not a complete overhaul. Now, there's also been chatter about a new way to sort notifications in the notification center. So I would like to see a page inside of our notification settings right here, where basically you can set up applications to be like sticky or priority, so they always show up at the top of your notifications list. Like for example, if for whatever reason the App Store was my #1 priority application, I don't want it to be all the way at the bottom of all my notifications. I might miss it. So if I could pin that and have it at the very top all the time, that could be something that we could see in iOS 16 that I would love to see. I think that could be very useful because there's some times where I miss certain notifications just because I have so many at one time and it's all the way down at the bottom and I just miss it. And then there were also several other, more speculative rumors, and I did make a whole video on that for iOS 16. So if you want to see that video, it's linked up in the cards right now and also down in the description below. But for iPadOS 16, we actually have some leaks. So not just rumors, not just speculation, we actually have some leaks. So this one right here was from a schematic, and it looks like the stacks feature that's on macOS could be coming to iPadOS. And again, this is an alleged schematic of that feature that leaked. So that feature makes a ton of sense to come to iPadOS. So I really hope we see that with iPadOS 16. And then for macOS 13, there are rumors pointing to changes in mission control for multitasking, along with the Launchpad being replaced with the app library like we have on iOS and iPadOS. And this source also says, quote, "The top menu bar is thick everywhere, like in the new MacBook Pro with notches. Apple is also studying 2 widget solutions, free and overexposed." So I'm really curious to see what those widget solutions are going to be like on macOS, because I cannot see those on my desktop anywhere. So I'll be really curious to see what they do with widgets in macOS 13. Of course, if these rumors are indeed true. But for watchOS 9 and tvOS 16, we haven't really seen any leaks or heard any rumors, so it's hard to tell what to expect from these versions, but I wouldn't expect anything too major. Although for watchOS 9, I would love to see them finally be able to take the watch away from the iPhone in terms of just being able to use the watch as a standalone device instead of needing to have it paired to an iPhone and rely on the iPhone so much. Although I think that's more likely to come with a new Apple Watch and not just software. Now, as far as hardware goes, again, Apple doesn't typically release hardware at the Worldwide Developers Conference, but this year is one of the most active years for Apple and hardware releases. We saw multiple headlines in January saying that this year is going to be, jam-packed with Apple products. It's going to be a record year for Apple product releases. So it makes a lot of sense to announce at least one new product here at the Worldwide Developers Conference. However, I don't think it's going to be the one that we're all really anticipating. And the product I'm talking about is the AR/VR headset. So we heard that it's going to be announced this year, and WWDC seems like the perfect place to show off the software that runs on the AR/VR headset so that developers can get a head start with their applications. But I don't think it's happening. And the reason for it is simply because this event is not an in-person event. It's an online only event. And for such a massive product, such a groundbreaking product, I find it hard to believe that Apple would just announce it in a pre-made video. I think Apple wants to announce this in front of a full live crowd. So unfortunately, I don't think we're going to see that. We could see it later this year at an in-person event, but we'll have to wait and see. So we're probably not going to see an AR/VR headset, but there are a couple of products I think that we are going to see at this event. And the two I think we're going to see are the Mac Pro and the Studio Display Pro. So we've heard several leaks and rumors about the new Studio Display. This comes from Ross Young, who says that it's going to be a 27-inch mini LED display with twice as many mini LED zones and 7 times as many LEDs as the Pro Display XDR. So this display is going to be amazing. It's going to be very expensive as well. But why would Apple only release a new monitor? Exactly. I don't think they will, and neither does Ross Young. He thinks we're also going to see a new Mac Pro alongside the Studio Display Pro. So that's exciting. Of course, it's going to be outside the budget for most people, but it will be pretty cool to see those products announced. Now, there's also rumors out there that the new M2 chip is going to be unveiled at this event. However, I don't really see that happening. I think Apple likes to take their time and have more dedicated time to announcing something like that, like new silicon. And I don't think they're going to announce that at a software-based event. So we should be seeing the M2 MacBook Pro and the M2 Mac Mini soon, but I just don't think it's going to be here at the Worldwide Developers Conference. So those are my predictions for WWDC 2022. I think it's going to be a very exciting event. Of course, we can't really see much from the invite or the press image for this event. It's just the Swift logo with some different colors. It doesn't seem like there's really many Easter eggs with it, but of course we'll see when the event happens. Again, I will be live streaming this event here on the channel, so make sure you are subscribed with that bell clicked so you get notified when I go live. These events are always really fun to stream and see everybody's reaction and go through all the changes live on stream with you guys. But yeah, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. What are you expecting to see with iOS 16, iPadOS 16, and all the other software? Also, do you think we're going to see new hardware at this event? Let me know all your thoughts down there in those comments below. I just wanted to make a quick video letting you know that this was officially announced. I was going to make it yesterday, but of course 15.5 beta 1 came out, so that's the reason this is coming a day after the official announcement. But nonetheless, that's what to expect with iOS 16, the official release date, and all the other predictions as well. So if you guys enjoyed this video, I would appreciate if you gave it a thumbs up. And of course, make sure to subscribe for more iOS 16 coverage, and of course that live stream with WWDC 2022 coming in a couple of months. But anyways, guys, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you soon.